Hey everyone, it's A here. Today's a big day I've been waiting for. Finally, the AFUL SnowyNight has arrived. I've been waiting for this for a long time, so without further ado, let's open this box up. This is the first time for me to open it, by the way, so let's first have a quick look at the box here. Specs are good, of course. We all know the SnowyNight has two deck chips from Cirrus Logic, 43198. It's called CS43198. That's different than the 43131 in the amp only. But they added their own amplifier. They do not depend on the Class H amplifier found in the 43198. It has a very high output power at 300 ohms at 32 ohms. It has 300 milliwatts. They advertise that. And this is from the 4.4 balanced output, 140 milliwatts at 32 ohms from the 3.5. It supports up to 768 kilohertz and 32 bits for PCM. DSD goes up to 256. Of course, like total harmonic distortion and dynamic range, of course, THD is absurdly low. It reaches a level where we can't actually notice these things. I think it depends on other parameters, which I'm not sure which causes what, but most products nowadays have very low total harmonic distortion, and maybe perhaps dynamic range and noise level differs. Here dynamic range is high and noise level is very, very low. I will be having a look at this, give it a listen, and compare it with the MoonRiver TI2, which I also have. So let's start first. It says here, USB lossless transmission technology. This is because of the cable that AFUL includes. Here is how the box looks. It's very light, I might add. Very easy to open. Has protective foam here, which is very nice. I don't know what this is. It's probably a card promoting AFUL, and here it has the instruction manual. This manual is attached with the product and the packing list. Please keep it properly. All right, so it has a few instructions, and you have here this whole list of PCM at which sample rate is going to cause which light. I might add also that this includes a USB 1.0 mode, which is helpful if you want to use it with like PlayStation 5, if you want to use it with Nintendo Switch and these kind of gaming consoles and stuff like that, that only accepts USB or UAC 1.0. And there is also here, it's important, like they have like a Google Drive link to download their driver. I didn't do that. Let's see. Here we have the famous cable they talk about. They say that this is has like some coaxial cable technology, and it sounds like coaxial. It's better than USB normal cables, which they say. We'll see, but so far it has two protections here, protective caps. We remove them, and we have here like two very nice like gold-plated terminations. Both are USB-C. There is a version with Apple like USB-C to Lightning connector. I chose this one. It's interesting here that it says OTG in and OTG out. Like into the dongle or into the phone. We'll read the manual later. I'm guessing into the dongle, and out is out of the dongle to the phone. Honestly, you can see here, it's a very, very nice cable. In my opinion, it's very, very nice. You could see it has this very thick cable, and the wire also feels thick, so it's not only a cover. Of course, it's braided also, which helps it from becoming like tangled around itself or anything like that. It's very flexible, it's very thick, and it feels, wow, it feels good. Honestly, one of the best short USB-C to C cables I have seen. The thickness alone at this length is a sign of good quality and good electric transmission. Coming here to this one, wow. Yeah, this one. It's very light. This dongle is very, very light. They say it's an aluminum alloy, and this is very, very, very light. It's called SnowyNight, and you can see here the sign of the snowflakes. This part in the middle lights up. Supposedly, we'll see that, and it says here SnowyNight 32-bit 768 kilohertz DSD 256. It has this upper bump, you can see here, 4.4, 3.5, and here we have the volume rocker buttons. Decrease, increase the volume, and increase the gain, and low and high gain. So I'll give this a listen, and I'll be back in a few hours. All right, so I tested this AFUL dongle, the SnowyNight, against many other decks and amps, portable and desktop. Listen to it quite good in my opinion. First of all, I would like now to start describing the sound. So I will start by saying that this sounds very, very, very good. And what I mean by that is that it sounds neutral. It's leaning slightly on the warm side of things. Bass is excellent. I think it has very good bass. Treble is clear and detailed, and mids are okay. Nothing to complain about at all. And I think this gives a accurate, detailed, and musical presentation at the same time. It's not sharp like the razor sharp ESS DACs that you get usually in something like this. Like, treble is good, it's detailed, it's not sharp, and the whole thing sounds musical and enjoying and engaging. I'm trying to describe how this sounds compared to the other, because I have like dongles with ESS DACs, and they sound a little sharper, even if the specs are lesser than this or worse, but they have this ESS sharp quality to them. In contrast, this sounds very good and musical. I mean, it is engaging. Like, the bass is very good and thumpy and impactful in a good way. No complaints about the treble or anything. I didn't feel that it is sharp or anything. Instead, I kind of felt that this is kind of falls into the warm, slightly, very slight, yet detailed and neutral. So, like, I could use this to judge and compare equipment. It lights here. This light has many different lights, and honestly, I keep forgetting which one does what. So I have to look, and it just changes color and flickers. And in my case, it became blue and green and purple. Depends on the kind of music I was using, and DSD or PCM. Mostly PCM I used, of course. But it looks good. It's like a snowflake. It looks wonderful, in my opinion. This cable is also very good. It attaches here in a very good way. Stays stable on the phone side and on the dongle side. I had no complaints here. One thing I would like to mention here that surprised me is the power output. Now, this is a monster when it comes to the power at this size. Of course, this is not a portable amplifier like a Topping G5 where you can carry it and like go up to 1 watt per 32 ohms, you know? I don't think so. But this one, when you go to high gain, you just have to press both buttons at the same time, just once. And suddenly it gets so loud. And I like that the buttons are very tactile. And to control the volume quickly, if you want to decrease the volume, you just press here and hold. And after 1 second, it will start decreasing the volume very rapidly instead of you like clicking like that. There is a volume acceleration, which makes the process very fast if you need to lower the volume or increase it. If you want to increase or change from high gain to low gain or the opposite, you just click them both at the same time. If you even click in the middle like me, they're both clicked at the same time. And if it is loud, you can quickly just give it another click and it's done. Or you can even use both your thumbs like that. So that's kind of a neat feature. That's easy and fast. I like that also, but let me get back to the point of the power, because the power here is very high. Like the 3.5 alone, most of my IMs were like, in the end, on high gain, this has 4 volts root mean square, 4 via RMS, and this was getting loud. They were screaming. When I used the 4.4, things got to another level, like literally too loud. Like I can't even reach max. I tried, I can't. It is too loud, and I think it could damage the IMs at that much volume. But this is something good because there's some power on tap, which you could use if you need. This aids in the dynamic range that I listen to here, because this has an excellent dynamic range. And I would say for headphones, it's not the best choice in my opinion. I use the HD 650, and on the 3.5 they were okay. On the 4.4 they became much better, but still they are too quiet for my purposes. Like I wouldn't use these with demanding headphones. With some planars and low power requirement headphones, they sounded great. I have a Sivga, it works great. SHP 9500, it works great, it gets loud. Sony headphones, they get loud. But at the balanced for the 650 Sennheiser, it was okay. And honestly, the bass didn't move me that much like this headphone can do. So I think it's okay, but I'm surprised that it got loud using that size of a dongle, this small, to be honest. I'm very impressed with this. This guy's is like a $99 dongle. I don't know what else to say. Like this plugged into my laptop, it was very good. It plugged into my PC, very good. MacBook, no problem. Apple says that for Apple, there might be a problem with the current limitation and whatnot. I have an iPhone, I didn't try it with it, to be honest. If any of you guys want that, please leave a comment and I will be sure to try it. One thing left to do is to compare this with the Moondrop River to TI. So here it is. This is the AFUL SnowyNight. I like it a lot, respect it a lot. It looks small, but it is very powerful. And here we have the Moondrop River 2 TI. TI stands for titanium. And like I will be quick first of all, like in the comparison here. First, let's start with the cable. I think AFUL has the better cable, no questions about it, no doubt in my mind. If you even have them in your hand, this is a lot heavier, probably more copper inside, better signal transmission. AFUL even wrote about that in their flyers or something like that, which they say they developed this cable specifically for audio. As for this Moondrop cable, the USB-C, it's good. I have no complaints. It's light, it's flexible, it's manageable. I have no complaint. I would like to say that the AFUL one is slightly longer, and you can see that. And I like that. It's good for me. I don't like to feel that the dongle is too attached to my phone and very close and it could bend the cable or something like that. But still, this is a very small change, and yet it's a welcome change. So this is something small. The Moondrop also, you could see the four soldiers here. So it's kind of transparent and whatnot. So this is for the cable side. Now, if we compare how they look, let's get a closer look. This is going to be subjective. Here you can see it has a full audio engineering and the snowflake and the light here. Here on the upper side it doesn't, but it has this very nice place for you to rest your thumb. AFUL and this Moondrop River TI, a long name by the way, both of them have the volume rocker buttons on the other side, on the left side, and here you can see a place for your thumb. This could seem good, you know, but for me, maybe because of the size of my thumb, I've been pressing the wrong buttons. Like I want to press here, it presses here, or the opposite, and like I don't know which one I'm pressing, so I have to, like, I can't rest it. It's attractive to rest my thumb here, but I have to press here or here to know exactly what I'm doing. In contrast, the AFUL here volume rocker buttons, it's flat, because I could rest my thumb here and not press on any button, and if I press both, I can change the gain. And here you can see it's kind of louder and more tactile. Here it's more soft, but good also feeling. But this one, if I'm listening to music and I can't listen to the sound, this feels more tactile in my hand, and I feel it's even faster or lighter because I could do this quickly. This one is also good. I don't know, maybe because the metal, I'm not sure. Both are great, no complaints here. Both of them have good USB-C ports. Nothing to compare really, to be honest. Both stay very put. Both of them don't move into place. The cable C is very, very solid and very good. I don't have any complaints here. And both of them have 4.4 and 3.5. In terms of size, you can see the length, they're kind of similar, except on the lower side, you could see, I will admit, this one is much more attractive. I wish they could remove that and let you see the whole glass thing, because that's the whole point. But it looks very good. SnowyNight is not bad, but this is kind of more attractive in my opinion. It reminds me of the Q-Style M15, which is also very good looking. When you connect this, if you focus even, you could see the two Cirrus Logic DAC chips, which is kind of nice. When you connect the Moondrop MoonRiver, you will see lights here. It turns to red and light blue and stuff like that. But on the AFUL, you see it on the front with the snowflake, which gives very nice colors. I like the purple a lot. Now, in terms of weight, this is much heavier. This is much lighter. Like this is like nothing, but this is very heavy. Titanium, I don't know what titanium could benefit, of course, in sound. I don't think it benefits at all. It's probably like a luxury thing, and I agree, it's very nice. But titanium scratches, unfortunately, and I got a few small scratches. I would be very careful with this one. You could see some small scratches here. Like titanium is very hard as a metal, yet at the same time, the other side is glass. So, you know, hopefully this doesn't break or anything. I trust Moondrop's quality. They're excellent quality based on all the products I have from them, I bought. But if the argument is this makes it more robust or anything, there is a glass here, so it is okay. I think this is kind of a luxury thing. Now, engineering-wise, both of them use both DAC chips. The same DAC chip is used in both, and it's used very well, and the specs are even similar and very close. On paper, this has very slightly lower total harmonic distortion at a level none of us can hear, to be honest, and this has more power. This could be heard. I heard this, and the difference in sound is the following. This has the MoonRiver 2 Ti has more of slightly more detail, slightly more resolution than the AFUL SnowyNight. The AFUL SnowyNight has more bass, and it leans more on the warm side. I don't mean it has more bass like this is a bass machine. No, but you notice it more due to the slightly warm sounding. I repeat, slightly. And listen to both as a blind test, I would know which is which, because this has slightly more resolution, slightly more detail, not sharp at all, same sound signature exactly, but it lacks that kind of warm bass that the AFUL has. The AFUL is clear, neutral, enjoyable, but the bass is noticeable, the bass increase, and the warmness, you could listen to it especially in the male vocals and most guitars and sounds. There is a warm, slightly warm tonality to this, but if you ask me what is the sound signature of the AFUL SnowyNight, I will say it is neutral. It is neutral, slightly tilted to the warm side. The MoonRiver 2 Ti is neutral, and that's it. Both of them sound musical, both of them sound great. However, this, in my opinion, gets louder in my ears with everything I have tested. This has more power. On paper, I've seen Moondrop measure this with a audio precision AP555 analyzer, and they say that this has 250 milliwatts. Yet on the specs page, it says 280. AFUL claims that this has 300. Obviously, I don't have an audio precision analyzer to compare them, but I will tell you very clear, and I'm very sure, to my ear, this has more power. This gets so loud, like I could max this out and be very uncomfortable. But this, I am scared of maxing it out with IMs. It is so powerful, like really so powerful. And this is something good because if you have a problem with the power, they provide you with low gain. So I get it on low gain, I can max it out, and I feel, wow, this is really good. If I want the 4V RMS, or I want more power out of it, I use it in high gain. Honestly, in the 4.4, I don't think anyone will use this in high gain for IMs. It is really powerful. Which brings me to the last point in comparison is the price. Now, this costs $99, and this one here, it cost, I think, $189. Don't quote me on it. I'm not sure exactly, but I got this some time ago, and I got this recently. So here the price, I would say the sound is extremely similar. I like the cable here. I like the way it looks here. Sound, I don't mind if I had to pick one of them. I seriously don't mind. I'm a happy man. If I listen to any of them and you tell me choose one and you get me either, I have no complaints. Both are clean, both are neutral, both are excellent, but I would lean slightly to the AFUL in my choice, only for one reason, not because of the clarity or anything like that, but because of the power output. I feel I need that sometimes. Like, for example, I use planar IMs, like the 700 Timeless. I love the P1, the P2. I like the Z12 from Let's Sure, and this power could make me very happy because especially some of my IMs, I don't use a balanced cable with them. So I like the high gain here, and I like the level of power. Also, I could use this with some easy to drive headphones, which I terminated to a balanced cable, and I'm very happy. This one also gets close, but it leaves me sometimes with headphones wanting more. And honestly, justifying the price is kind of a subjective thing, but if you're seeking sound quality alone, this is $99. Getting more than that, or higher price than that, we have many more options here. We have we get into the wireless area with like FIO BTR7 and so on, where you get like the balanced and single-ended and high power output, but you still get an app, you get EQ, you get Bluetooth, you get a lot of other features, and you can still use it as a portable dongle. You don't like it, you can have the BTR15. But so I think this is very attractive. This is if you want to spend more and you like the luxury feeling and you like how it looks. Honestly, I'm telling you, you can't ever go wrong with any of these. Both of these are top of the line for Cirrus Logic DACs. Both of them are excellent. I'm kind of leaning to the AFUL, and it could be my recommendation to many of my friends when they ask me, just because I like the cable so much, I like how light it is, and I like the tactile buttons, and I like the amount of power it provides, plus the price. There is no doubt in my mind. I'm honest. This is why I would recommend this more. The Moondrop is excellent and also gets my recommendation. It's an excellent dongle. But to justify the price, you have to understand that you're buying this and paying more just for the quality of the titanium and the body, the feel in your hand, which is excellent, and the glass on the back, transparent. It looks absolutely wonderful. It's gorgeous. And would I use this and sell this? No, I will be using both. Both are excellent. But maybe this one I'm going outside because it's lighter would be in my pocket easier. I would be sad if I got lost this, to be honest, because of the price. So That's it. I wanted to compare some other dongles, but I didn't feel it would be fair because they use other DAC chips, and these two are the closest. They use the same DAC chip. So if you like this video, press the like button. If you want to subscribe, that would make me even happier. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, if you have any comments, leave them down below. I will come and read every comment. I reply to all my comments. And if you want me to compare this to something else, tell me. If you have an earphone or a headphone that you want me to try this with, just mention the name and I will tell you if I have it, and I could compare them or compare it to others and tell you how I feel or my subjective opinion about any of them. This is and this is the end of the review of the AFUL SnowyNight portable dongle. So I'm out. See you next time.